Coming up, it's a series the Lions have dominated since 1952. They lead 19 wins to 5, including taking the last 4. It's Cleveland and Detroit in Week 11, and it's headed your way on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best-laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. From just shy of midfield, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
First carry for Nick Chubb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Detroit. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now, 1st and 10. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Play fake. Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he will be out of bounds seconds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And they were backed up to start the drive, and not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. They find some open field here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Let's go.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield on play action. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quintez Cephas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deshaun Hand, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, Swift, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Goff. And incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. From the 31, Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Goff hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Running right through him. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
There you go.
Romeo Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Parkey's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gone. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Swift. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff.
This one taken in by Cephas.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal.
This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 1st down throw from Mayfield.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mayfield down. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go!
So out now come the Lions. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Landry now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing, Mayfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Looking for the end zone. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Once again, it's Swift.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Lions, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's loss number 5 for them on the year.